everybody! Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Katie, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about fun things to do in the Pullman area and kind of like surrounding the Pullman area. Whether you are moving to Pullman to come to WSU, Mr. Blue, okay, come on. Whether you're moving to Pullman for WSU or just moving to Pullman in general or visiting, or if you live near Pullman or whatever it may be, if you want to know some fun things to do when you're here, go ahead and stay tuned. So I moved to Pullman 2 years ago. I'm going on my 3rd year now, and my last year because I'm gonna be graduating. Fun fact, I have made a list of fun things that I tend to show people when they come, or just things that I do for fun with my friends here or just by myself or whatever it may be. And so I wanted to share them because I feel like when I was coming to Pullman 2 years ago, I looked up Pullman on YouTube and there was like nothing to watch. Okay, so I kind of separated it into different categories. So I'm gonna start off with fun things to do in Pullman itself. First up, there are tons of walking trails in Pullman. I have not gone on them all, but they have paved paths throughout Pullman with like signs that label what they're called and like where they go. You can like look it up, but there's one in downtown Pullman and it's so cute. It starts like by like the bridge of downtown, and then you walk all the way 8 miles to Moscow, Idaho. I have not done it. I've only done the section in Pullman, but it's just, there's tons of walking trails. You can literally just, when you're driving your car, you could probably see them on the side of the road, or you could look them to find them. So there's that. Okay, so some other things in Pullman that are super fun, which you could also look up, are the parks and the farms that they have here. So there's farms like all over the place, like wheat farms and stuff like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like pumpkin patch farms and like fruit farms, like stuff that you can go and buy. We went to a pumpkin patch farm in October, the first year that I moved here, and it was so cute, so much fun. So I definitely recommend that. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll put it right here once I find it. And it's like right above the bears, and I will talk about the bears in a moment. And some of the parks that I enjoy is Lawson Gardens. It's not really like a playground, it's more of like a park to like walk around, and I've taken people's pictures there. I've gotten my picture taken there. It's really, really cute. There's flowers, there's like a little like stream, there's like a little like, what is it called? A reflection pond, I think that's what it's called. And so yeah, it's really pretty there. There's tons of grass to like have a picnic or just like sit down and not eat food. I don't know, but it's really pretty. Another one that I really like is called Sunnyside Park. We call it the goat park because there's houses that own goats and like a llama and sheep, and so it's backs right up to the park. And so if you go over there, you can like feed them with like the trees branches or whatever, like I don't know, pine needles, they eat those, and so they're so cute. But yeah, that, other than the goats itself, it has a baseball field there, it has like a playground, it has 2 ponds that you can walk around, and it's a disc golf course. So those are 2 of the parks that we go to a lot, but there are tons of other parks. There's another park right by Lawson Gardens that has a playground, and it looks pretty decent size. And I know that there's other parks around, we just haven't really gone to many others. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to specifically like WSU type items, which you can do these things even if you are not a WSU student. So the first thing on my list is the bears. WSU has bears that they do research on, and they are so freaking cute. There's grizzly bears and brown bears, and they like take turns coming out and playing in the field. And they are just adorable to watch, and they're like not even that far. Like there's a fence and then another fence and then they're right there. And I think it was a grizzly bear. There was like 3 or 2 grizzly bears in this like bathtub thing, and they were playing with bowling balls. It was adorable. I don't know if I got on video, but I do have footage of them playing, and they're just so cute. I could honestly probably stay there all day to watch. They do go into hibernation for like September to November, or some months like that, October to December or something like that. During the winter time, they go into hibernation for a little bit. Some other stuff at WSU, this one's kind of obvious, but going to the games. I've been to a couple volleyball games, a couple football games. They're honestly so much fun. One time I went to a football game and it was raining, but it was still a lot of fun. It was my first one, so I would definitely recommend going to some games. Even if you go like by yourself, I feel like you'll meet people because everyone's so friendly. Another thing to do at WSU is they have the outdoor rec center, which is right below the actual like rec center, which is like the huge gym. And so it's like right here. And at the outdoor rec center, you can rent anything that has to do with the outdoors. We've rented paddleboards so many times from there. We've rented kayaks a couple times from there. They also have, oh, I've rented ski stuff from there too. They have tons of stuff there, and it's like discounted if you are a student. If you're not a student, then it's not discounted, but you still can rent from there. Okay, speaking of the rec center, which is the huge gym, going there in itself is so much fun. They have a pool, they have a hot tub, they have ping pong, they have like a hockey rink, they have tons of gym equipment and a track. I really enjoyed the rock climbing wall, which since COVID, like I haven't been there in so long. So much fun. Even if you don't like rock climbing, there's so many other things in the rec center itself that you could do. Like I said, they have a hot tub and a pool. I mean, who doesn't like to swim? I don't know. Okay, so moving on to the next category. This is like 15-30 minutes away from Pullman, but not too far, totally a quick drive. If you don't have a car, find a friend, grab a group of people together, you can carpool. So the first one that I'm gonna talk about is Moscow. In general, Moscow is not even 15 minutes. It's so close depending where you're going. But in Moscow, they have so many more stores. I know that a lot of my stuff is like outdoor kind of stuff, but they have so many more stores, so you can even just go shopping. Apparently they're getting a Target over there. I'm so excited because Target is like a fancier version of Walmart. I used to have Target where I used to live, like so close. And I just like going in there and looking around. But they're gonna get a Target. They have other stores like Ross, Marshalls, Petco, I think PetSmart. I don't know the difference between those two, I'm sorry. But yeah, they have Dutch over there, which in a lot of states, like you can't get Dutch. Dutch is like in and out, I feel like, you know? Like I'm very excited to go home so I can get in and out. And I'm very excited to come back here so I can get Dutch, if that makes any sense. But they have Dutch Bros, they have all that shopping. In Moscow, they also have the U of I campus, and there's a Chick-fil-A on campus. I've yet to go there, but they have one. They also have a skate park that is pretty decent size. It's bigger than the one that they have here in Pullman. Not that I am good at skating. I'm not even good at talking, but just in case you guys were interested in that. Also, ending in October, starting in June maybe, they have a farmer's market on Saturdays, and it's so cute, just walking around the main street and looking at the vegetables and the food that they have for sale. I really like that. Okay, so moving on to some other things, 15 to 30 minutes away, there is Hawaii State Park, which is a cute little park that has picnic tables. It has this cool, like, I'm gonna call it a gazebo, but it's bigger than that. And it reminds me of Hawaii, and there's like grills in there, there's a huge hill, like tons of people can hang out there, and like you wouldn't be too close to each other. There is like a little section of water that you can swim in, and I've personally swam in it. My boyfriend thinks that it's gross because it's stagnant water, but that's where you would like put in your paddleboard or your kayak, and then you can like paddleboard around there, and then also you could go into the main river, which is Snake River. If you continue past Hawaii State Park just like 5-10 minutes, there is this like cliff mountain type thing on the side of Snake River, and that is where people rock climb, which I rock climbed there before. I don't know if I have any footage of it anymore, but I did post a video on this channel of that. And you can also cliff jump there, but beware, because they do give you tickets if they catch you cliff jumping, because it's super dangerous, they said, because the water levels often fluctuate, and so sometimes like it's super shallow and you can get hurt. I cliff jumped, I think it was like in August or something like that. Here's a video. And I got a ticket or a fine for like 100, I think it was like I don't know, anywhere from $100 to $200. I was gonna fight it, but I just decided to pay it because, yeah, it's a long story. But anyways, you can cliff jump there, but beware and be safe if you do. Or am I supposed to say like, don't do that? I don't know. Don't do that. So the Snake River is what I was just talking about. Hawaii State Park and the cliffs where you can rock climb at are over here. And on your way there, there's a turn that you can turn right. If you go right and then go left to get to the dam, there is a KOA State Park on the other section of the Snake River. It's a super cute little campground. They have like a little beach and you can just hang out on the beach, or you can go paddleboarding and get onto the Snake River, and that's what we did. And then if you just keep going past the KOA, there is the dam, which you can just like look at it and it's pretty cool, or you can cross it. We didn't cross it, but I'm pretty sure if you do cross it, that's where you get to the dunes, which is what a lot of people go to. I've personally never been there because I thought that the cliffs were the dunes, but they're not. So if you go to the dunes, or if I go to the dunes, I will let you know. And you should let me know so that we can talk to each other, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if they're sand dunes. I don't understand what they are, to be honest, but a lot of people go there. So I'm sure if you're coming to Pullman, WSU, you are gonna go, or you should try to go, I don't know. So the last thing in this category is possibly my favorite because I've been there the most. It's Kamiak Butte County Park. It's about, I would say it's like 15 minutes away. It's not that far. You can just map it because I'm not good at explaining. I was gonna say you go down this road and then you turn left and then left, and it's so pretty. I went there for the first time on a field trip, like in my environmental studies class, and I was like, what is this? Because around Pullman it's just like so flat, and then 15 minutes away you go to Kamiak and you're driving up and it's like tall trees, and it just reminded me of California, and it just made me feel so at home. And they have like a loop trail, which is so much fun. The first time, like when I went on the field trip, we just went up to the top and like measured some trees, which is still pretty because the view is super pretty. But if you do the loop trail, it's even prettier. I've been there multiple times. I do not recommend going in, I think we went in like February or March, because the loop trail was super icy and we basically almost died because we almost slid off of it. It was funny, but it wasn't funny. So I don't recommend going then, but I recommend going because it's really fun. One last category. This category is going to be, you have to drive a little bit of a ways to get there, but if you're willing to make a drive, then I recommend it. So the first place is going to be Spokane in general. It's only like an hour and a half, but they have a river walk, which is the most beautiful thing ever. And there's a freaking water park there, which I think is for kids, but I just saw it and I was like, what? And they have a roller rink, and that turns into an ice skating rink during like the winter months. And then they also have a air like sky tram type thing. I don't know what it's called, but it just like does like a loop and you can get a better view of like the waterfall there. We did do that. I think I have a little video of it, but that was fun. And just, they have tons of shopping there, like Urban Outfitters and Free People and like those kind of shops. They have tons of stuff there. So I definitely recommend going there because it's not that far. And then Coeur d'Alene, Lake Coeur d'Alene is a beautiful lake and it's huge, and so you can honestly go to any different section on the lake and I'm sure you would have fun. The water is so clear. We go to like the campus section because where the campus is, they like made this like beach that people can just go to, and so that's where we go to, and we just, you know, kind of get there early so that we can set up a spot because it does kind of get busy. You can rent paddle boards and stuff there, so you don't even have to rent stuff here. You can just rent it there, but it's super pretty and I definitely recommend it. Okay, and then another thing that you guys could go to is going to be Lookout Pass, and so that is a mountain that you can ski, snowboard on when it's those months, which I do not know off the top of my head because it kind of varies from winter to winter. I think that we started going in like October when I first moved here, or like November maybe, I don't remember. But we got a pass and I think it was like $100, which isn't that bad. And so yeah, we just went. It's about 2 hours away, maybe a little bit more than that. But what I thought was super cool is that once you like get up there, you can like be skiing in like Idaho, and then on the backside you can like ski in Montana. So I thought that was cool because I never went to Montana before. But that is that. And then one more thing that I just remembered is that, what is it called? I think it's called the Palouse Waterfall. Is that what it's called? It's about a little over 2 hours away. It's the opposite way of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, which is like, you know, up there. But it's super pretty. I wouldn't go if you're not good at hiking because I personally don't think that just getting there and looking at the waterfall is worth it for that far of a drive. But if you are down to hike a little bit of a sketchy path, then you like hike down the back side and then you get to this other like tinier waterfall before the huge one, and you can like actually swim around and you can like have a picnic down there, and then you could keep walking and see the waterfall from a different view. So did that make sense? Okay, so I'm sure I'm missing tons of things in Pullman, but in general, I love Pullman. I am so happy that I got to experience living here, and I mean, I'll be living here for another year, so I'm sure I'll be making more videos here for humans to watch and enjoy. But if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you have anything to say, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. If you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and subscribe. But other than that, peace out, have a good day or night or whatever you're doing, just do it right.